sure it's like my face is stay covered.
Can you hear me? Like I'm not low, right?
Hello. 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 Scene 8, we're at Sheree. We're at the restaurant with Sheree. I don't know what restaurant she at, but she is, look like it's early in the morning, and this bitch want a light-skinned Keisha.
Hi, welcome to Black Coffee.
So between the light-skinned Keisha and the dirty South.
Dirty South is a dirty child.
I don't know what the hell light-skinned Keisha consists of, but I'm pretty damn sure that's alcohol. And it's cold as fuck out here. Look like it's raining, and this bitch trying to get wasted. White girl wasted.
This is stressing me out. I need a cocktail.
But you know what? Speaking of the AIDS comment, Apollo asked fine, sexy. Not to say that he got AIDS. I'm just saying that's who she said it about.
Right.
Shit. But a sexy ass Apollo comes strolling in, looking good as ever.
Family is supposed to stick by each other through thick and thin. Love goes deep. When you love someone, love is unconditional. Love is you will do anything for that person and help that person no matter what.
With them pouty ass lips, them goddamn lips, so sexy. Damn.
Suits.
Oh, I like it. You look like Tyson Beckford or some supermodel.
It was my first time meeting Apollo, and he is a very attractive man. I was like, Apollo, he's kind of fine.
But Sheree says in her confessional that she's been good friends with Apollo for a long time, which I never knew that.
Apollo and I have always been good friends.
Let me go call my kids, honey, in case something happened.
Well, we lost contact when he went to prison. Since he's been home, we've communicated off and on, but I wanted to meet up with him in person because I needed some advice about Tyrone.
I was kind of surprised by that. I was like, oh,
I thought she was friends with Phaedra.
Don't put your paws on Apollo, because I'm going to have an issue with that.
She said she lost contact with him, but it makes sense. Birds of a feather flock together.
He lost contact with the world, bitch. He was locked up.
You know Nene Leakes? And he was like, do I know Nene Leakes? I know Nene Leakes. He said, I know Nene Leakes back from when she used to be a booster. Okay? And so, I ain't saying it's true. I ain't never lived in Athens. I ain't never been there. But there's a gentleman, and I'm not going to say his name because my friend go with him or whatever. But he was like, I know Nene Leakes back from when she used to be a booster. So, I mean, Nene, how is it that you know Tyrone? You saying you know the con artist. We know stripping in your past. Somebody done said boosting was in your past. You roll with Marlo. Birds of a feather tend to steal together or whatever. Let me find out. Okay.
So he knew Tyrone. He knew Angela Stanton. Sheree knew their ass. Nene knew their ass. They all was fraud. And they all was fucking with each other together. Marlo ass too. That's why she in the clique too.
But Apollo says, Sheree asked Apollo to model for her clothing line or her joggers or whatever. And he said, I think I got a little bit of sexy left in me. Now, you got a lot of sexy left.
A lot of it. So I don't know what you're tripping about. I was like, damn, Apollo, you fine as hell.
Thank you.
You know, if you need anything, you know I'm always here.
Well, I do need something.
What do you need? What do you need?
Apollo. Now you know how long I've been working on She by Sheree. On and off, on and off.
Tell me something good.
Something good.
Something good. Tell me something good.
I got a show coming up. I've actually, I got a show coming up, and everything seems to happen in the 11th hour.
Right.
It starts to fall apart.
One thing about you have a lot of resilience. So you got a lot of people rooting for you. So.
I do, and that just makes me feel so good.
It's gonna be a success.
Thank you. You added men. Would you be interested in being one of the real models?
I don't know. I might still have some sexy left in me.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
But while she asking him to model, I know this goddamn store better go up and be live next week. When the finale play, the store better be live and ready to be purchased.
I'm talking about
shit
the
better be ready to be purchased.
Bitch, you know when they always do the end of the show when they be putting them bullet points on there about what they doing with their life or whatever?
Right.
Bitch, Sheree's better say SheBySheree.com is live right now. I am not motherfucking playing, because if it ain't, bitch, I'm gonna be mad.
Right.
After having such a lackluster model call, I know Apollo has done some modeling before, and I think it would be dope to have him in my fashion show. So how you been doing? How long you been home?
About 2 years. It was a little rough. When my ex left me,
I'm kind of surprised that they are having such deep conversation.
She left me basically to die. Phaedra left me to basically rot. That's how I look at it.
Now, why do you say that? Because
when it first happened, she wasn't there. My sentencing, she wasn't there. My self-surrendering, she wasn't there. Basically not allowing me to see my children. It was a lot of things that showed me you really wasn't.
Half of this scene was conversation, or a large chunk of this scene was conversation surrounding Phaedra Parks, who's no longer on the show.
You wasn't there for me.
When I went away, Phaedra was definitely cold-blooded. Cold-hearted.
But what about the public shame?
The public shame?
People looking at me cross.
That's all you care about is other people.
No, I care about my good name.
I thought I fell off, but
Who thought she fell off?
I'm kind of surprised by that. It's giving me that Kandi is going to relieve herself from the show, and they're going to allow Phaedra to come back.
Raquel on TMZ, she said if they asked what if Phaedra was gonna come back. I don't know if it was Raquel, but it was one of them bitches.
One of them.
And she said she was gonna take a break.
Just take a break.
I'm sure that this is not true coming from the source, but Kelly Dodd said that Phaedra was asked to come back to Housewives. Would you ever film with her if she did?
Oh, we've already answered that question. No, I have no interest in us, being a part of the same franchise at the same time. So, yeah.
So I think that's what's gonna happen. But Phaedra was, I think I've said this before in one of our other videos, Phaedra was never a good wife to Apollo.
Well, obviously, we've seen Apollo on the show become aggressive, and he has been, during this time, he's been on an emotional roller coaster. So he's been up and down, and, it's been quite difficult to deal with, his personality, whichever one shows up.
Phaedra and Apollo. Child, Miss Phaedra, I wish you would just start negotiating with your husband on TV. That man just want to be heard. He knew it was wrong. He just want to be heard. He just want to be right sometimes, Phaedra. You the smart one in the relationship, and you always talking, and he just feel like his voice don't get heard. So it was just important for him to get his voice heard, okay?
And I know this may sound crazy because he's the felon, but and he's a convict, but I think that she had a trophy in mind. He was this thuggish, roughneck man. Right. He was this thuggish, roughneck man who could also be a Southern type of family man. And that's what most typical Southern belles want. They want.
And he was a roughneck nigga.
And then throwing Phaedra's son a party with that money. And girl, it's just why I'm on it. I didn't even want to comment on this, but it just don't make it no better that an episode of Housewives air when he talking about spending $5,000 and $8,000 and no tea, no shade. You ain't got no job nowhere in town, honey. Woo. I just had to get that off my soul. I could say so much more, but I'm not. I just want y'all to know I see what's going on. I just choose to turn a blind eye. Okay, God. Well, at least we know one thing. If Apollo ass go back to prison, he'll be ready to fight for his life, to party. But see, I'm going to tell you what else I don't like. Speaking of painting the walls, honey, Phaedra, no tea, no shade, but I thought Apollo worked. How the hell he got all this time to be doing all these home improvements in your house that you paid for? Mama Joyce, you need to be riding there at Phaedra's house talking to her about a man laying up with her eating and shitting and is sleeping for free. That's who the hell taking up residence for free. Okay. Oh, I guess he an indentured servant. He paying his Apollo paying his part of the mortgage through hanging TVs and putting wallpaper up in the bathroom. Child cheese. Phaedra don't have no more babies from that man. You gonna be stuck paying child support and alimony. No God, honey.
Right.
Like he always say, she wanted a roughneck nigga. But it was so surprising that they gave his sexy pouty lip, red lip, sexy ass a confessional. I was really surprised that they gave Apollo his own confessional.
You wasn't there for me.
When I went away, Phaedra was definitely cold-blooded, cold-hearted.
But what about the public shame?
The public shame?
People looking at me cross.
That's all you care about is other people.
No,
Yeah.
I care about my good name.
I thought I fell off, but you know.
Who thought she fell off?
That's very unusual.
It
That's
is.
something they don't typically do. So I was like, wow.
It was
Apollo.
just to be done just because everybody's looking for Apollo. Even Kenya.
I don't like stuff like that.
I don't think I was flirting with Apollo. I hope I wasn't. But there's no shame in my game.
I'm coming for you.
Who thought she fell off? We know you ain't fall off.
I'm all the way back. You know, everything's good. So what's going on with your loyalness, you know? Well.
Okay, so I started dating Tyrone. It was good. It was good while I was good. And then we just kind of cut it off. Fast forward maybe 6 years.
But Apollo and Sheree have conversation about Tyrone Roan, and you know, he was really snitching, basically giving all the teas about what the boys do when they get out of prison and while they are in prison.
While he was in prison, we talked about any and everything, you know, and that's what we were lacking when he was out.
I ran into Tyrone when I was in the system.
Yes, he told me.
He told me, like, you know, you guys were dating and this. I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah.
So wait.
He's like, that's my girl.
Apollo, when I tell you I was so devastated, I felt so, it was humiliating.
It's sad, you know. I would see a guy in visitation this week, and then next thing you know, he's with another girl the following, and then another girl, and then you're gonna tell her on the phone, oh, I love you. Oh, I want to.
And just, you know, confirming with Sheree, you know, her feelings, you know, that he played you.
Be with you when I come home. Oh, we're gonna move in together. Oh, we're gonna have a family. All this stupid shit. That's not even true. You know good and well what you're doing.
Because it helps the time go by.
That's what happens in there. And then when the guys come home, they just shit all over the woman. And now you're just like, well, damn, I done wasted all this time.
I was in New York with the girls. I drove to Philly. I'm sitting there waiting on him at a restaurant, and he just never shows up. And never called, never text, nothing.
Just ghost you.
Just ghost me.
Tyrone's attorney says he can't make it because it's a parole violation. They think something's wrong.
I've seen niggas talk good shit on the phone with a girl one night and another bitch be in visitation the other day. Then when he get out, he ain't with neither one of them hoes. He with a whole nother bitch and a child.
I kind of like brushed it off.
I admit, I fell in love with the guy. Like, I really thought I was gonna be with this man for the rest of my life.
Well, he put it down good. Goodness.
I know.
And now you feel, you know, at square one. So what happened?
So he gets out, so I reached out to him. Now mind you, this was a couple months after he stood me up. He answered the phone, first ring, like nothing happened. And so we talked for a second, but we didn't really talk long.
Okay.
But since then, he's been calling me and texting me.
Right.
So that is how they do. They just want somebody to talk to. And I think Sheree probably had a slight bit of an inkling and ignored it. And she got what she asked for. Exactly what she bargained for is what she got.
A prison nigga.
Unfortunately.
That's going to mess up everything that you're doing, you know? Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of making up, man. It's a lot.
A lot of negative energy. I need to get this shit out.
Anyway, guys, that was a great episode. Great seeing that last scene. Good to see Apollo. Good to see them all come back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
And we will see you next week for the finale of season 14 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 17. We don't know what it's going to be called yet, but it will be the finale. And then we'll be back for the 2 or 3 part reunion. I think it's going to be 3 parts. IMDb says that it's going to be 20 episodes, so that would be 17 plus 3 reunion episodes.
Right.
We'll see. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Jay Bellucci.
And I am Rico Bellucci.
And again, this is season 14 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 16. And it is called It's Expensive to Be She.
Yes, make sure you hit that thumbs up.
Make sure you hit the like button.
Hit that bell so you can be notified
wait a
every
minute.
time.
See, we both said the same bullshit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell so you can be notified every time we go live, every time we post a post. Sometimes we post pictures. Make sure you guys check out our podcast everywhere podcasts are able to be heard. The Urban Binge Radio, everywhere, anywhere podcasts can be heard so that you don't have to watch. You can just listen anywhere and everywhere. Also, hit us up if you want to purchase some female clothing. The website is probably down. But we have many more of these dresses available. So if you want us to ship you this dress, we have shipping labels. We have everything. We can package it in the store bag. We'll send it right over to you. Anybody that want this dress or anything else that we have, check out Urban Binge Boutique. Urban Binge Boutique. We have that and other items. What you see on there and other items as well. Make sure you hit us up. And make sure you follow us everywhere at The Urban Binge on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Facebook at The Urban Binge, THEE, everywhere else at The Urban Binge. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, like Jay said, we'll see you guys next week with our joggers on. Okay,
joggers, because that's what we're wearing for the finale.
Next week.
It's going to be joggers.
And hopefully we get a break. I know that we're running late, but thank you guys so much for staying around, sticking with us. I've lost my voice. My voice is just dry. My throat
You need some water.
Yes, I do need some water. See you guys later. I'm out.
Bye.
This video was shorter.
This is like, he will die for me. I can't keep talking about She by Sheree and then not doing it. If it does not happen this time, She by Sheree is gonna have a funeral.
It was just a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. Thank you, 'cause I dodged a bullet. When you walked out, I thought that it was over, but it turned out. It was just a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise.
Who was this wonderful person that was given a fashion show with no fashions? How dreadful. See?